This was on October the 1st. My son texted me. This was after him and I had gotten off the phone. He said, me and the owner of this company not seeing eye to eye, Mama. His name.
Welcome to the True Crime Doc channel. I'm Alice Burton, and in this video I'm going to do a review of a crime that has kept many investigators busy for several years. Rasheem Carter, 25, was reported missing on October 2, 2022 in Taylorsville, Mississippi. His first and second set of remains were discovered a month later in a wooded area called Deer Run, about 1 mile north of Taylorsville on November 2, 2022. His third set of remains was discovered on February 23, 2023. This investigation remains open and active. Rasheem Carter was born on October 28, 1996 to Tiffany Carter and Robert Lee Fry. He grew up in the small town of Fayette, Mississippi. Rasheem was a star wide receiver on the soccer team and captain of the baseball team at Jefferson County High School. He graduated from Hines Community College in 2016 with a degree in welding and cutting technology. Carter was a well-known musical performer on the local scene. He was the very proud father of a 6-year-old daughter, Callie. Carter was temporarily employed as a welder and contract labourer at a large plant owned by Georgia Pacific in south central Mississippi. He took a short-term contract job because his Callie's Express seafood restaurant in Fayette, Mississippi, had to close due to financial difficulties related to the pandemic. According to his mother, Tiffany, Carter was saving money to reopen his restaurant, which he originally opened in August 2019 and named after his daughter. Rasheem Carter shared a room with another co-worker at a Super 8 motel in Lowell, Massachusetts, about 30 miles from where he worked in the small town of Taylorsville, population 1148. Carter had car trouble, so he commuted to and from work with this co-worker. On October 1, 2022, they had an argument, and after work, the co-worker drove to a motel without him. A junior Food Mart employee saw Carter looking for a cell phone charger. It was later learned that although various surveillance cameras located inside and outside the store were working, there was no surveillance footage of Carter ever being in the store. While in the store, Carter corresponded with his mother, Tiffany Carter, where he explained that he feared for his life because he believed that a large group of white males were trying to track him down and kill him. His mother instructed him to immediately report any harassment to the Taylorsville Police Department, which he did, but the level of help offered remains unclear. Carter asked the officers for a ride to the Super 8 motel in Laurel, but they refused. The Taylorsville, Mississippi Police Department allegedly told him that the place he wanted to go was out of their jurisdiction. Police still do not know where Carter spent the night. The next morning, Carter again contacted the Taylorsville Police Department about a group of white males who he said were still trying to track him down to harm him. The level of help Carter received for this second report also remains unclear. Carter had a phone conversation with his mother, Tiffany, where he explained the chain of events and hinted to his boss that something was going to happen to him. His mother, not being in the vicinity, attempted to find him a hitchhiker and provide as much support as she could. Initially, law enforcement said they found no video footage of Carter in the local community. That changed later when they found surveillance footage that allegedly captured Carter leaving the Family Dollar store in Taylorsville on the morning of October 2, 2022 at approximately 10:15. He is believed to have disappeared later that day. When there was no word from him the next morning, Carter's family filed a missing persons report with the police department in Laurel, Massachusetts, where Rasheem lived. On November 1, 2022, Joel Houston, Sheriff of Smith County, Massachusetts, contacted Tiffany Carter and asked her if they could verify an image dated October 2, 2022 at 4:32 p.m. That had been captured on a local landowner's trail camera. The image shows the captured man running without a shirt and carrying a small branch, with bruises on the man's back. Carter's mother positively identified her son Rasheem in the image. The next day, November 2, 2022, a month after the disappearance, the first set of remains, of Rasheem Carter was found in a dense forest called Deer Run off Route 37, about 1 mile south of Taylorsville, Massachusetts. Blakeney family, a second set of remains, a spinal cord and several small bone fragments, was recovered separately from the first set from the same 2-acre site. DNA comparison with the victim's mother, Tiffany, confirmed that the victim was Rasheem Carter. Initially, Joel Houston, Sheriff of Smith County, Mississippi, informed the family that there was no suspicion of foul play and that he believed Carter was the victim of a wild animal attack. According to Tiffany Carter, law enforcement officials told her that he must have been dehydrated and unconscious, making it easier for a wild animal attack to occur. As more information became available, local law enforcement stated on social media that they were not ruling out foul play, but further stated that there was no clear evidence of an offence. It was further stated that the animals may have scattered the remains, but the family openly disagreed. As a result of the initial statements made to the family by Taylorsville investigators, Carter, along with her lawyer, made a request to federal law enforcement agencies to investigate Rasheem's death. On February 2, 2023, the Mississippi Medical Examiner's Office conducted a forensic anthropological examination of Rasheem Carter's remains. Bailey Martin, a spokesman, reported this for the Mississippi Department of Public Safety, that the cause of death could not be determined due to the condition of Carter's remains. It was specifically noted that Carter's head had been severed from his spinal cord. On February 23, 2022, a third set of remains was discovered, located away from where the first two sets of remains were found. Investigators from the Mississippi State Crime Lab notified the Carter family via email that the third set discovered was confirmed to be Rasheem's. At that time, forensic investigators officially stated that they believed Rasheem had been murdered, but remained unable to provide a specific cause of death. Sheriff Houston said he had ruled out Carter's co-workers as suspects. Their cell phones were beeping nearly 100 miles away from the crime scene on the day of Carter's death. They were at a different work site when Carter's image was captured on a game trail camera, which is believed to have occurred minutes before his death. Attention to the Rasheem Carter death case was held in local rural areas of Mississippi for the first few months. As the news spread through smaller news outlets, the public became more active on social media until it spread and grew to a national level of awareness. Several press conferences, rallies, and peaceful protests were held in honour of Carter's memory, and with further requests for justice for his murder. Benjamin Crump, a prominent civil rights attorney, is representing the Carter family during this difficult time. It has been repeatedly reported that tensions between residents, law enforcement, peaceful protesters, and the family and friends of Rasheem Carter remain high. There have been suggestions that Carter's death was racially motivated. Justice White, the mother of Rasheem's daughter, has publicly stated that Rasheem was very close to his daughter. He worked very hard to provide for her and that they talked on the phone daily. White stated, "Every day she thinks of him." Rasheem Carter was laid to rest in the Terry of Hollywood Baptist Church in Jefferson County, Mississippi. The investigation into the murder of Rasheem Carter is being conducted by the Smith County, Mississippi Sheriff's Department with additional assistance from the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation. The murder of Rasheem Carter remains an open and very active investigation.